another actor.
No. Well,
Yeah.
things happen,
Yeah.
but that's what it is. Takes your granny.
I already did.
Oh. Don't know why
That's
this
why
shirt.
she came up with that song called Flowers.
Don't know why in the world. No matter how you fold this here silk shirt, right after drying, and it still wrinkles. I don't understand it. Hey, Alice. There you go. And thank you. That helped us 100%, love. And just think, I, I know I said uh, three, 3 more months, but that on that third month, it would what's half that payment be? What, like 180? Like, so probably at least 4, but uh, well, not now. Uh, now to just be 3. That last tail end one be just like 180 something, and that wraps it all up. Hey, Paula. Hey, John Love. Hey, Alicia. Y'all doing all right? Good as it can be, I guess. A lot of junk going on. Well, I do, but I don't. If that makes any sense. I took me I went over to my sister's and took me one of my breathing treatments, and that's helped for a little while. And then they gave me a week's worth of uh, whatever that word is. Some kind of antibiotic stuff. And this one I'm supposed to take 2 a day to help break up anything. So if y'all know about them. And then they gave me a face mask thing, and I was going to tell my doctor uh, when I had to take some paperwork down there today uh, that I need one of them machines for my breathing stuff. They gave me a box that has packs of that stuff you pour inside of a breathing machine. And right before I left them there, I know I'd forget it, but my sister uh, said, "Hold on a minute," and she was on the phone with the pharmacy up here, and she dropped hers not long ago, and it works, but you got to sit and hold the cord just right on it. But anyway, uh, she was telling them that, and she's like, "Well, can you get me another one?" And they said that they could get it on the 16th. So what I'll do is every day just ride over to my sister's and do one. I can't run over her twice a day, but I'll go once a day. Yeah, yeah. So she's gonna get me that on the 16th. If my voice leaves me, I'm sorry. Yeah. It does. It helps, love. But yeah, I said 3 months, but it, that fourth one, like I said, it won't be like that. It just be like that 180 thing or whatever, and that'd be all of it. I still haven't. I still haven't coughed up anything. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm not getting much air. That's for sure. Um, I did that treatment uh, about 2 o'clock today, and it helped me for 2 or 3 hours. And plus, I took that one. I'm only supposed to take one a day of, and then I just took my second one of the other. Because they said I had um, I didn't have COVID or nothing. I had an upper respiratory infection, so uh, it's just it's just rough. And then plus I have that congestive heart failure, and that the bottom part of my heart ain't working with the top, and the muscles straining to work. Um, they there are medicines out there for it to help with that to get it back regulated, but my insurance don't cover it, and it's like what I would have to pay out would be like $280 a month to get, and it takes about 6 months to get any of it at the bottom working again. It's like if you lose a muscle, it if you don't use it, you lose it. So it could take up to 6 months to start showing any activity from the bottom, kind of thing. Oh no, we won't. We'll let you know, Alice. But like I said, on that fourth one, like I said, just be like 180 something. Uh, that'll take care of all that. Uh, Bless you. Thank you for it. Thank you, Paula. Y'all, my girls, my fams. But sick or not, breathing or not, I'll still be with you no matter. So, take care. But again, if my voice plays out or whatnot, or takes me a minute to say something, I can't help it. I want to listen to a clip from what they claim RCMP has said about this so far, and then I want us to a little bit, Cassie, uh, and I want us to reach out to Sebastian Rogers tonight. Uh, it just wears me out. Just talking. That's terrible. I know it. Look, um, I know smoking does not help matters none, but I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna drink my coffee and my Mountain Dew till my toes are turned up with a tag on, and that ain't nothing but fact. Hey, old girl. You can always bet on one thing, and that's for sure. I love each and every one of you. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going to. I try to speak when my mind thinks, when it tells me what I'm wanting to say, I try to speak it. I might, like I said, it might take me a minute sometimes. Makes you shaky.
Simple purchase of a horse trailer revealed a chill. What if a simple purchase of a horse trailer revealed a chilling truth about two missing children, a truth that had been hidden for months? What if the answer to what happened to Jack?
I don't ever put myself first before family. Never have, never will. Even before I ever started YouTube. Family comes first. Love you too, honey.
Lily Sullivan wasn't buried deep in the Nova Scotia wilderness, but was sitting in plain sight, concealed by family secrets and a web of meth addiction that goes deeper than anyone ever imagined. What if a simple purchase of a horse trailer revealed a chilling truth about two missing children, a truth that had been hidden for months? What if the answer to what happened to Jack and Lily Sullivan wasn't buried deep in the Nova Scotia wilderness, but was sitting in plain sight, concealed by family secrets and a web of meth addiction that goes deeper than.
Love you too, honey. Love you all. I think this here's somebody that is world something other. I can't see it all, but world something other. Uh, Sounds like he's going to try to have this out. There's already been 417 views on it 4 hours ago. And when people do this, then it makes RCMP just have to wait longer. If just one person tries to say that, that if they don't already have Lily, and they may have, but just in case, with people putting this post as what RCMP has been hiding or whatnot, they need to leave that alone. They need to let the authorities do their job. Everything's getting closer. It's narrowing down. 11 on 4 likes, guys. The one that's sitting in the back, go ahead and hit it. You too, Cindy. If you're going to watch my content, you hit that like button. If not, go on. Because you wouldn't like the rest of it.
Anyone ever imagined? Before you go, you need to hear a secret recording that was never supposed to be made. What you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about this case. This isn't just another missing children story. It's an untold tragedy about a community that knew what was happening but couldn't stop it, and about two little kids who deserved so much better than what they got from the adults in their lives. An ordinary person, an anonymous searcher, made a discovery that has turned this entire case on its head. This discovery didn't come from a forest where hundreds of volunteers were looking, nor did it come from official police channels that have been mysteriously quiet. It came from a different approach, pretending to buy a horse trailer from the children's grandmother. And what was captured during that seemingly innocent transaction is about to blow
Hey,
this
Judy.
case wide open. Before we analyze the suspicions in the case, please tell me where you saw this video from. I will read it all and spread it to the world. Jack, 4 years old with bright eyes and an innocent smile. Lily, 6 years old, barely more than a baby. They have been missing since May 2nd from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. For 2.5 months, 75 long days, searchers combed through endless wilderness while police issued carefully worded statements.
We're already going into the 4th month here. And if he don't correct that, that's why I'm saying it now.
That revealed nothing. The media painted a picture of 2 children who simply vanished into the thick Canadian woods like ghosts.
Finding qualified drivers shouldn't be a struggle.
Like ghosts. But that picture was a lie, a carefully constructed deception that has kept the truth buried while 2 children remain missing. The recording you're about to hear was never meant to exist. It captures conversations that were supposed to stay within family walls, admissions that could change the direction of this entire
If it's the one that I'm thinking,
investigation.
if it's the one I'm thinking about that we're going to hear, is where they'll probably use someone else's name, but their phone was bugged. And you will hear in that feller standing beside, well, y'all know who. When they're going to look at the horse trailer, he says plainly that he was worried because of the 4 or 5 he's killed. And that may also be something that RCMP's waiting on. They may not only be wanting to get Jack and Lily up, which we know for definite they done got Jack. And I would say there's a 70% chance that they've already got Lily. But with that being said, when he puts that out there and we hear it, RCMP's also hearing it. And all these missing young girls and that little boy, and apparently now about 2 more girls. They found 6, and there was 4 more, and they're girls. It may be entwined with the ones other except the 2 girls that got killed by their dad. But they may be waiting. I'm trying to explain this best I know how. That may be another reason. Yeah. That may be another reason why they're waiting. So, if they've got Jack and Lily, they've done all the DNA testing they need to do, which is fine. And they're not bothered. They're not going to be hindered anymore, that's fine if they do, but they do need to release it, or where if they do have Lily, we know they got Jack. So if they think after him saying he was worried about the 4 or 5 that he's killed, could be some tied in with some of them that they're finding up along that pipeline. Now, like I said, they've done found 6. They were 4 more.
I found out where she hasn't been over.
Tell her I can always come get her.
That's why, though.
Well, tell her, say, he can always come get you. Just call. Give her my new number. That may be one reason she can't. It's at 484 or whatever, something 42. Thank you, Judy. So that may be another thing holding up this process. I've had time to think about it, and that may be the very reason why. I mean, why? It's kind of like the thing you hear say, why put off tomorrow what you can go ahead and get done today? These are children too, Well, they've been being children, no more than the age of 15, all the way down to that baby was 3 or 4. And the rest of the girls was teens. Hey, Sabina. We love you too, honey. And congratulations. And don't forget to send us some pictures. Get them on the wall. That's awesome, love. And I'm trying to take it easy, but I'm trying to not go so fast I lose all of it here. But yes, love you too, honey.
Started as a routine transaction for a used horse trailer became an undercover operation that exposed a network of substance dealers, family members who have been lying to authorities for months, and a dangerous home environment. Before we get into what this recording reveals, you need to understand something crucial. Nothing has been what it seems from the very beginning. The timeline doesn't add up. The family relationships are more complex than anyone reported. The living situations were far more dangerous than the public was told. And the people who were supposed to protect Jack and Lily had been failing them long before they disappeared. The person who made this recording has been searching for them for 75 days straight. While official search efforts scaled back and the media moved on to other stories, this anonymous hero never stopped. They spent their own money on drone equipment, hiked through miles of wilderness, and talked to everyone who would listen.
Because see, Logan, Daniel, Jesse, Justin, they're nuts. That other fella, I believe that's why they put Jack and Lily somewhere else, because they were already finding all them up by the pipeline. And if they keep going up through there or down, whichever way they're going, I don't know, with that pipeline, and was to find them right there, it's a dead giveaway. So they could have split them up, and that's how come finding Jack first but there's about I would say at least a 70% chance that they've already got Lily. And if that's the case, they need to go ahead and tell that part. Now they don't have to confirm on some of these other children right now. But I think while everything is hot down there, up there right now, they're just trying to scale it back and just, you know, go back over everything. And I hate to say it, but they're going to find more children up along through there. That's just a fact. And if they can tie any one of these guys to any of them, then that'd be 90% of why they're holding back some more and waiting before they put more out publicly for Jack and Lily. Because if they keep letting them put their own foot in the mouth, somebody's going to speak on it, just like this right here. Someone's phone's going to be bugged. We're going to hear it. I mean, it's going to be out there. Now, it won't be on Jack and Lily's situation, but whoever's doing for them children that's been found up along that pipeline, whoever's been uploading them, I don't know.
If their biological parents don't even care about them, the searcher said, then someone has to. That statement hits different when you understand what this recording reveals about the parents in this case. The morning of the horse trailer purchase started like any other for the anonymous searcher. While police resources were allocated elsewhere and search and rescue teams were scaling back, one person was still out there every single day. They had been deep in the Nova Scotia woods since day 3 of the disappearance, initially on foot and later using drone technology to scan vast areas. What drives someone to spend their own money and time on children they've never met? The answer reveals something profound about the failure of systems that should have been doing this work. If their biological parents don't even care about them, the searcher explained in their own words, then someone has to. I am just one of those people with time and opportunity to dig a little deeper. Let that statement sink in. This wasn't law enforcement or a professional investigator. This was an ordinary citizen who recognized something that should have been obvious to everyone. The biological parents weren't doing enough to find their own missing children. After 75 days of searching, this person had a critical realization. The case was going cold. There were 0 meaningful updates, and no real progress was being.
Case was not going cold because every day we've been getting a little more and a little more and a little more on the children. Now they may not be getting nothing, but we have. Hey Robin, how you doing?
Made through official channels. Seems like we all going to a dead end and this case may just going cold, they said. But no, I won't let that happen. That determination led them to remember something a local man named Darby had mentioned, that Malaya, one of the adults connected to the children, and her family had taken Jack and Lily to a First Nations reservation. While most people had dismissed this as speculation, this searcher had a different approach. Somehow I just felt like he may be on the right path. So I decided to find Malaya or her family because I think
mutual. You can customize to save
as the answer. The break they were looking for came from an unexpected source, a social media advertisement. One day, a friend sent a link to a Kijiji ad from Malaya's mother, Cindy Murray, who was selling her horse trailer. Most people would have seen the ad and thought nothing of it, but this searcher recognized an opportunity.
I lost her March 27th of last year.
The plan was brilliant in its simplicity. Contact Cindy about buying the trailer, arrange a meeting, and then carefully steer the conversation toward Jack and Lily. It was undercover investigation by an amateur who was getting results that professionals had failed to achieve. The searcher drove to Cindy Murray's property, ready to pay $3,500 for a horse trailer they probably didn't even need. They weren't really buying a trailer, they were buying access to information that could change everything. When they arrived, they were greeted by Cindy's boyfriend, which was perfect. Sometimes people are more willing to talk to strangers than to family. They went through the motions of a legitimate purchase negotiation, agreeing on a price and putting down a deposit. To make the interaction seem more natural, the searcher even negotiated for a free shirt, establishing a casual rapport. After Cindy went inside, the boyfriend began to get rid of a hornet's nest on the trailer, and the searcher offered to help. This is where the real investigation began. Two men, working side by side, engaged in casual conversation. The searcher found the perfect moment to shift the topic to Jack and Lily. And then the boyfriend started talking. What came out of his mouth was information that law enforcement either didn't have or hadn't shared with the public. The recording device was running, capturing every word. He told me a lot of things we didn't know yet. Before we get to what the boyfriend revealed, you need to understand something about the family dynamics in this case. The horse trailer wasn't just a random item for sale. It represented a family in crisis, liquidating assets and preparing for major life changes. And the person selling it wasn't just any grandmother. She was intimately connected to the children who had disappeared. When the boyfriend started talking about Jack and Lily, he was speaking as someone with direct knowledge of their lives. "Let's listen," the searcher said on the recording. What followed was a conversation that revealed a family structure the public had never been told about. As the boyfriend helped remove the hornet's nest, casual conversation turned to the missing children's case. His response wasn't what you'd expect from a distant observer. "Those are her grandkids," he said, referring to Jack and Lily. This wasn't just some random person. This was Cindy Murray's boyfriend talking about her grandchildren, but that was just the beginning. "My daughter is in high field and she plays with Jack and Lily all the time," the boyfriend continued. "She keeps asking about them. I said you'll get to see them again, but I don't know where they're at. They say they're on vacation." A vacation? 2 children had been missing for over 2 months.
Yeah. On vacation. While the kids was locked up in a basement.
And family members were calling it a vacation. The boyfriend then mentioned videos circulating online, but the timeline was all wrong. The videos that they show picking apples, that was 2 years ago, 2023. Someone was deliberately using old footage to create a false impression.
And that's the same thing these YouTubers are doing. To get views. Taking old crap and a little bit of stuff that they've talked about within the first month of this and twist it together and mess everybody's mind completely up. That's what I wanted stopped. It's not helping these children or any child that RCMP or any authority is trying to work on right now. People need to back off if they don't have facts to back it up. I would say don't upload it. It's not doing no justice for the family. Well, I don't care about the family, just the children. It's still not doing no justice for them or for any other child. But a bugged phone is what's going to set the difference in finding more and more children up through there. And they need to play the same plan out as they did with this horse trailer, with some of the men and whatnot from around the county area, and let somebody start talking about it and this and that and bringing up the name. that's how you get things started talking, and when they think nobody's around to hear, well, they've done told on themselves. That was a very, very smart move here, what they did.
Question about when these children were last seen, but there were more recent videos too. The boyfriend mentioned Christmas footage from 2024, just months before the disappearance, which showed the children sitting on a sofa. Even these videos revealed something significant. You see how big the dog was? The dog is this big now, but in the thing he has no idea. The family dog had grown substantially, proving that significant time had passed. The boyfriend's casual mention of these videos revealed something deeper. These weren't distant relatives. These were people who had regular contact with Jack and Lily, who had videos of them playing and interacting. Yeah, that's Chanel and Kiana, he said. My daughter is in Highfield and she plays with Jack and Lily all the time. When his daughter asked about them, he told her they were on vacation, suggesting a coordinated story within the family to explain the children's absence. The implications are staggering. If extended family members were being told the children were on vacation, what were authorities being told? The boyfriend's matter-of-fact tone was perhaps the most chilling aspect of the entire recording. He wasn't speaking like someone worried about missing children. He was talking about Jack and Lily like they were temporarily inconvenienced, not potentially in danger. But the conversation was far from over. What came next would reveal information about substance use and a systematic cycle of harm that changes everything about how we understand what happened to these children. The recording captured something that law enforcement should have discovered months ago.
How you doing, love?
Instead, it took an anonymous citizen pretending to buy a horse trailer to uncover the truth about Jack and Lily's real family situation. And that truth was about to get much more disturbing. What the boyfriend said next sent shockwaves through anyone who understood the implications. When asked about any news on the case, his response was anything but simple. They never heard nothing, never heard anything. They don't say too much. But then he continued with information that should have been front-page news from the moment this case began. It's only that boy Daniel. He's on meth. He sells meth and he makes it. He don't like the kids. He hurts the kids. He hurt her daughter. Let those words sink in.
These children put up with so much. You know, they're passing. Yeah, it's miserable. It's a tragedy. You know, they don't ever have to worry again about nothing. They're safe. They're loved. We know that, well, we know what happened. Uh, we know the majority of things that took place in the shed and in the house and then in some basement. But if they would play that clip of he's telling it, but I'd rather them played it than him tell it because he may leave out something. Because during that play on that phone, you can hear him say, yeah, I said it earlier, but I want to remind you. He said, I was worried taking a polygraph of the 4 or 5 that I've killed. And while they're speaking, RCMP, the sheriff, everybody is hearing that. at the moment it's being said. This ain't something they had to take a phone back and re-listen. They were hearing it as it was said. And if they think that they're tied into any of these other children, that's what our holdup is. But they need to let us know for definite on Lily.
The man who was supposed to be providing a home for Jack and Lily wasn't just using meth, he was manufacturing it, selling it, and systematically causing harm to the children in his care. This wasn't speculation, this was first-hand knowledge from someone who had direct contact with the family. The meth connection changes everything. We're not talking about a casual substance user. We're talking about someone running a dangerous operation out of the same house where two small children were living. The paranoia and erratic behavior associated with meth use and dealing create an atmosphere of constant threat. According to the boyfriend's account, Daniel didn't like the kids and regularly caused them harm. This wasn't a one-time incident. This was a regular pattern of behavior. The reference to her daughter confirms that we're talking about Jack and Lily. If family members knew about Daniel's substance operation and his treatment of the children,
That is where I'm talking about Cindy, Cody's mom, Cindy's ex-home man. They all knew all this stuff. They all knew that Jack, Logan, Justin, Daniel, everybody was, and Malaya, and both grandparents, Malaya's mom, and Daniel's mom. They were all abusive to these children by hitting, kicking, pinching, all this stuff. And it took the cake when she took him to the bathroom and threw him around. They should have reported it when it first started. They can be held accountable for these children's deaths just as much as Daniel and Malaya. They may not think they can, but they can. If they want to push it hard enough, yeah, they could spend some serious time, really. Or if not, they give them a fine so high they couldn't ever pay it. They'd end up in the jailhouse anyway. Hey, Andy, how you doing?
why didn't they take immediate action? The boyfriend's knowledge of Daniel's activities raises critical questions about how widespread this information was. If Cindy Murray's boyfriend knew, who else knew? Had anyone tried to report it? The progression described here, using, selling, and manufacturing, represents someone deeply embedded in the meth trade.
The school has reported it time after time. CPS has come out 3 or 4 times. And that last statement that Daniel said, saying that they'll be healed up before school starts back. I showed y'all a little boy that the daycare center worker woman beat up, a little 3-year-old boy. And from the time it happened to 4 months in, you could still see how bad it was. So there was no way that they was going to let them kids go back to school because they would have still seen all them bruises. That, when they pulled them out that last go around, that was it. They wanted them to be wiped clear of just pretty much the face of the earth as far as any relevance to knowing where these children are, what they're doing. That's why they kept trying to use the reservation for a hideout. Well, they've done got kicked out of the reses. They're not welcome back at any of them. I don't know how much time they've actually gave them to get everything moved out, but they cannot go back to the reses again. These reses don't want to be caught in the middle of all this junk, and I don't blame them.
Children living in this environment would have been exposed to a rotating cast of substance users and dealers and would have been living in constant fear. The most disturbing aspect of this revelation is what it suggests about the adults who were supposed to protect Jack and Lily. If family members knew Daniel was dangerous, why didn't they remove the children from that environment? The boyfriend's casual tone while describing these horrific conditions suggests that this information had been known within the family for some time. It was an accepted reality. The meth connection also raises disturbing questions about Jack and Lily's disappearance itself. People involved in drug often have connections to violent criminals, access to
During that phone being tapped, not only did he say that about killing, he said that's why they had to do that to the girl, because she knew too much. She was a liability. Go back to schoolhouse, bruises all over, said, hey, mama's old man in there doing meth and making meth. Just like Malaya said when they took her to the jailhouse. She took her stuff off, sat down, she knew that was it. But her comment was to get them to hide Jack and Lily's body was that this will mess or ruin everything. And they're talking about the operation of making and selling meth. And her supposedly being a nurse or something, I don't know, letting her boyfriend stay the night. And, seems kind of funny, now. Malaya had a new boyfriend. Daniel got a new girlfriend. Cindy got her a new feller, stuff. People ought to be able to read it like a book. You can see right through them. They lie more than you got carpet in the house that's laying forever. And that's the truth. But once they got her to the jailhouse, she admitted to a lot of things. And so did Daniel and Logan. And either they've already got Darren or they're still trying to find him one.
remote locations and experience in making problems disappear permanently. If Daniel was running a meth operation and regularly causing harm to Jack and Lily, their disappearance might not have been a random tragedy. It might have been a deliberate act by someone who saw them as a threat to his illegal activities or simply didn't want to deal with them anymore. But the boyfriend wasn't finished talking. What he revealed next about official knowledge of these conditions would prove that the system hadn't just failed Jack and Lily, it had actively chosen to abandon them. This next revelation was perhaps the most infuriating and
Why do you think that RCMP is walking on eggshells now. They would not have mentioned finding Jack. Uh, they would not have not told about Jack if they were still not worried about making mistakes. So what RCMP has said about Jack, all that's true and found by somebody that just so happened to want to take that trail that day. And there's a reason, some reason why Lily has not wanted to say where she's at. It's either because she can't or she just honestly don't know. But I know tonight, after we listen to this, I want to talk to Sebastian Rogers for a while. And tomorrow, praying to God I feel better tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys hear Ava's voice and asked her where Lily is. And we can get this here stuff wrapped up. I hated to have to do it this way, but I wouldn't aim to let the children be hushed up or being held back from telling us where and when and all that. So she done told us how she died. But I had had enough. Somebody that's been with me a good while before, I think, has heard Ava a couple times. But tomorrow we'll find out what she did to that boy. It don't matter if she just really honestly don't know where she's at or not. But that guy making that accusation saying, I know where she's at, or something like that, and said uh, he's the one that wouldn't let her tell where she's at. Well, that did it. So just be prepared tomorrow to, you may hear some very, very graphic things. Exactly. That's why they split them up. But what messed a lot of that up was when their nuts went and moved the bodies again. He was wanting that money. Greed, money, sex, drugs is the rule of all evil. You know, and that's just the way it is, and it'll never change.
Breaking aspect of the entire case. It involved Child Protective Services, the government agency specifically designed to protect children from exactly the kind of harm they were experiencing. According to the boyfriend's account, CPS had not only known about the dangerous conditions in Daniel's house, they had actually...
And that don't make sense either. CPS has been to that house 3 or 4 times. and never took the kids. But how did they not smell the odor of that meth being cooked in that home? There's something here that's not adding up. It could have been a trade-in deal to just say everything's okay by some crooked CPS. And let me tell you, CPS, some of them are just as crooked as a dog's hind leg, just like a police, about all police are. There's no way under this earth, if I had a shack out back here and was making meth, and my door or anything had been open for a couple minutes at a time all through the day, that's still going to bring that smell in that home. Open window, whatever. But especially if they're making it in there, it had to be a paid off deal. Well, the only reason they would have used the gas mask is by having a thought process that they are making meth there. Now, just because they didn't find a couple of bottles where he's doing some shaking and baking, or had some of the chemicals out into the public areas and hid real good, either way you look at it, it's still, something's not adding up right there. I mean, what do they do? Send the same CPS worker every time that they come for 3 or 4 times? Something's just not adding up with that. And then having that baby, Meadow, and that's another thing they said, that fellow said on that recording. Said they should have left the baby so it could have been dealt with the same way. Yeah, it is. I think it was a trade-in deal. If you ever smell meth one time, you'll know it from a mile away. And that's the honest truth. That's like you can stand next to someone that smokes, or especially like a cigar or a pipe. You can smell that all over them. If someone is smoking meth, it'll be all over their clothes and their pores. You can smell the difference. It's not like it's hard to catch. You never smell what meth is like. Well, it smells like if you walked into a rubber plant and maybe a junkyard that has a big rolling crusher, and smelling the heat off of all the metal that's being twisted and heating up as it's getting crushed. Put all that together. That's the smell of it. Take and put you some gas on an old tire and let it burn for about 30 minutes, and then put the flame out, and then lean down there and stick your nose in it, and then add about by times 5. That's the smell of it.
visited the property and documented what they found. But
Yeah.
their response to what they discovered represents a system failure so complete that it challenges the very purpose of child protection services. CPS went to their house in December and they should have took the kids out of there, the boyfriend said. December.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
December. Think about that timeline. CPS had visited Daniel's house in December, 4 full months before Jack and Lily disappeared in May. They had the opportunity to see the conditions firsthand, to document the danger, to remove the children from immediate harm. Instead, they left Jack and Lily in that house of horrors for 4 more months. Look at the look of the house. You get the locks on the door, and the boy hurts everything. The boyfriend's description paints a picture of a house clearly unsuitable for children, but CPS saw all of this and walked away, leaving Jack and Lily behind.
They even said that on the kids' bedroom door that they had a slide shift lock at the top on the outside of their door where they could lock them in their bedroom.
Implications of this failure are staggering. CPS workers are trained to recognize signs of danger and have the legal authority to remove children immediately. Instead, they chose to leave 2 small children in a house with a man who was manufacturing meth and regularly causing them harm. The boyfriend's observation that they should have took the kids out of there wasn't just an opinion, it was a statement of fact based on conditions that any reasonable person would recognize as dangerous. The fact that trained professionals saw the same conditions and decided not to act represents a system so broken that it can't fulfill its basic function. The phrase, "look at the look of the house," emphasizes that the dangerous conditions weren't hidden or subtle. They were obvious to anyone who took the time to actually look. The house itself was telling a story of neglect and danger. CPS workers would have had to actively ignore clear warning signs to justify leaving Jack and Lily there. The boyfriend's account suggests that community members were aware of CPS's failure to act and were disappointed when that didn't happen. The boy hurts everything. This description of Daniel's behavior suggests someone whose substance use had created a pattern of destructive behavior that extended beyond just causing harm to children. He was destroying property, losing control regularly, and creating an atmosphere where violence was normalized. CPS workers walking through that house in December would have seen evidence of this destruction, but they left Jack and Lily there anyway. How do you feel about this detail? What do you think would cause a professional, trained in protecting children, to walk away from a situation like this? This system.
Yeah, what would make them walk away? A trade-in deal. That's what. That's the only thing.
Failure becomes even more tragic when you consider what happened in the months between the December CPS visit and the children's disappearance in May. Judgment changes their priorities and can make them willing to sacrifice anything, including their children's safety, to maintain access to their addiction or their addictive relationship. The recording revealed that family members had recognized the danger of this move and had tried desperately to prevent. Footage had 7 cameras monitoring her property. Efforts suggest that the initial response had been more limited than it should have been. People the baby to the reserve, she wasn't, so she's living in the reserve now. This suggests that there had been legal consequences for previous violations of custody or child welfare orders. Behavior toward Jack and Lily, it was the systematic web of lies that had been constructed to protect him and hide the truth about what these children had endured. The boyfriend's account revealed a family struggling with how much truth of a rescue attempt that could have saved these children's lives if
Meadow is not, and I repeat, is not in no reservation. for one, they knowed if they put her in the reservation that Malaya or her mom, either one, would have open access to that child. Hey, Joni. Hmm. Yeah. So he was told that Meadow was adopted by a good standard family. So that's a A plus, but not anybody from no reservation. Uh, so this guy here, whoever's trying to say that he's talking for uh, the RCMP, he's just throwing in things here and there, or he would have played the full clip and let everybody hear again what was said. Um, but I'm going to try to, it's been a minute, but I'm going to try to reach out to Sebastian Rogers for a little bit. And again, before we start, if anybody would like to ever donate to me, hit me up on Messenger, and I will give you the um, cash out where you can send to. I know some was not here the other night when I spoke about it, but right here, this stuff's coming down, and whoever donates, I'm gonna put their picture up here and put a star by every time someone donates, and whoever's got the most at the end of the month will get a full outfit from me, a full JSV shirt, hoodie, hat, toboggan, coming up winter, gloves, joggers, and socks. So if anybody at any time wants to donate, feel free. But hit me up uh, on Facebook Messenger so I can give you the cash out. And every bit of it be greatly appreciated. We want to try to adventure out, and with my sister getting me that new breathing machine, I can take it wherever I go. It's also got a plug where I can plug it into that cigarette lighter thing in the truck, so I can even do my treatments in the truck. I understand that, Amos Lee. Trust me, I do. We do too. Sometimes if it wasn't for help, we wouldn't make it. And that medicine for that, from my heart, that'd be $250 something a month. And but as far as for donations here at JSV right now, it's going to be for things like gas, uh, uh, hotel rooms, and things like that, so we can wander out further, go and put up new things on the channel, good outdoor videos and things like that. I think sitting around this house and just, that's what a lot of it's just getting me, I think. It's like I said, the congestive heart failure, and now I've got that upper infection up here. Uh, that them treatments, they respiratory infection up here. No, I ain't, but I've cut back. Uh, but this didn't really start in till the day before yesterday. But last night I couldn't get air in or out, so I had to go to the hospital. And of course, when they did the EKG and things, they seen the way my heart was working. Top working good, bottom not. It's not working at the same time. And she said I also have arrhythmia with that. And yeah, uh, it's just feels like I'm just trapped here in the house all the time. And you know, even Christina, she's wanting to get out and do more. And if I can get, well, I know she will. She can film one direction. I can film one direction. We can make 2 or 3 videos a day, just getting out of the house. But between gas, Sims cards, batteries, hotel rooms, things like that, it's just the only way we're ever going to be able to do any of it is through donations and things like that, because we just don't draw enough. I know it does, and I'll quit smoking as soon as my toes are turned up with a tag on it. I know. Bless you. Yeah, I want to see them pictures of that baby. My Aunt Doris died with bone cancer. Uh, I'm wanting to quit. I quit there for about a week. I didn't smoke marijuana until something come up. I don't remember what it was then, but something other was going through, and my daggum nerves tore up. First thing I did was grab my cigarettes again. And what I done, I left them on the table in there by my chair. As long as I could see that I had them, I did fine. Until I got overloaded with worry, legs and hips. Yeah. But anyway, if anybody ever wants to donate, that's the way to do it. Hit me up. I'll give you the cash out that way. Because if you try to send on Super Chat or anything like that, I don't get it till the following month after YouTube gets their portion of it. So if anybody wants to donate, send it straight to my cash app. Hit me up. Yeah. It's bad. I'm not hardly, well, since day before yesterday. It's just, and I still got 4 left, and that's it. So I done more sooner sitting right here than I have all day and yesterday too. So it's just a mind thing. You got to have a mindset for it. I wished I'd never picked up the habit. Yeah. I got 4 left right here, and I got that pack thing.
Why it's not working on
What?
phone case.
um, after these four right here, I'm gonna just test myself again and just try my hardest to just not do it. Just try to take my mind and urge off of it. Yeah, I know it. I've tried the patch. It didn't help me. Gave me a headache. But now there's only three. Only three. And we'll just see what how I can do with it. I just got to have some backbone and the mental capacity to just turn away from it. Yeah. Well, I've had that COPD for a long time, and then now having that upper respiratory infection, that ain't having none. And I believe I can do it. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. But if I go at anything, I try to put 110% in it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. And I appreciate every bit of it. I was just thinking that same very thing, Johnny. Same very thing. What's that they say? Great minds work alike?
No, great minds think alike.
I'll think alike. Well, I think I'll do that very thing.
You guys quitting. Who's all quitting with you?
Me.
Just you?
Love you too, honey.
Just have to deal with it.
86 tomorrow. Low 69. They said about middle of the week, I think next week, said it could be down in the low 50s.
Well. Babe, if you text me, I will be getting it right then.
Yeah. Why?
Because I have to kind of transfer everything over to this one.
Oh, okay. No. That's what I'm going to have to do too. Thank you, Lord. I know you just sit down and stuff. Would you do me a favor? Make me a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee? Yeah.
It's done got cold over here. Well, ain't but sip in it, no way. When I get that machine, it'll be a lot better. Yeah, just pour that out. I don't know. Unless you brought it in here, I don't know. Pour it in a glass. As long as it's still cold. Pour it in a glass.
I'll get you a cup of coffee.
61 here this morning. Oh, it was 61. Yeah. You still a young cat yet, Annie. Gonna be reaching out to Sebastian Rogers. Anybody knows or knows of Sebastian Rogers? Turn his energy toward me. Sebastian Rogers, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sebastian Rogers, can you hear me? Sebastian Rogers, can you hear me? Thank you, Lord. Sebastian Rogers, can you hear me? I may sound different to you guys, but it's still JD here. Sebastian Rogers, can you hear me? I heard you there. Can you tell me anything new? I've tried hot tea. I can't do it. I might can now, though. I got me some lemon juice the other day. Yes, Christina's in the room. Let's talk about Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian, can you tell me anything new? Yes, you. Sebastian, I know what you told me the last time we spoke. Yes, what you were in. Have you been moved again? Has anybody taken you out of the state? Sebastian Rogers. Has anyone taken you out of the state?
And
I don't know if they can understand me or not. I don't believe so, Lisa. Yeah, I may do that. They might not recognize me. I may not have been able to. Yes, breathing. Upper respiratory infection. But Sebastian, it's JD. Yes. Have you been taken? Have you been taken out of the state? You see. Wait a minute. You see, Sebastian. You see what? What did you say you seen? Tell me again, Sebastian. Sorry. Sebastian Rogers. What did you? I can't hardly speak up. Come it. Sebastian. What did you say you seen? Sebastian. Sebastian Rogers. What did you say you seen? Have you been taken out of what you were in? Yeah, I'm drinking my coffee. Listening for Sebastian only. Sebastian Rogers. Have you been taken out of what you were in? Where at? Where at? They emptied it. Were you able to see things when you were not in that anymore? What did you see? What was the first thing you seen? Sebastian Rogers. What? Sebastian Rogers. When you got to see what was the first thing you seen? Sebastian, stay focused here. When you were taken out of that, what was the first thing you seen, Sebastian? Pictures of your dad. In memory, pictures of your dad? Did you think of things that you and your dad have done before? Or maybe the last time you seen your dad? Wait a minute. When they emptied it, was it on land, in water, or on a bluff somewhere, or where? Did they just dig a hole? Hold on. Did they just dig a hole? And a little girl is trying to get between me and you. Yes, that's Summer West. Sebastian, when you were taken out of that and it was empty, did they just dig a hole and empty it in it? Sebastian. And then Sebastian Rogers, stay focused. Did they dig a hole and just empty it right there? And did they do this? Did they do this in a cemetery? Did they do it in their own yard? Your mom's yard? Did they did they take and take you down by a creek or a river? Or, yeah. Okay. And what did you see? I heard you say earlier, you said water. Was that the first thing you seen? Your dad. Okay. So your stepdad is an asshole. And who is the female helping you here? And the mom. Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. They are both a-holes. They were 15 cents. So the first thing you actually seen was images of your dad. Could you tell me, did anyone say anything when they were emptying when they were emptying it? Did they say anything? No, Summer, they weren't good people. The mama did. What did your mom say? Sebastian. That you were no help anyway. Is that what your mom said? Uh, did anyone put a bench by the water for you, Sebastian? Did they, Sebastian Rogers, did they put a marker up where they put you? Have they put a, stay focused, Sebastian, have they put a bench, took pictures of it? Did they, okay, did they put a bench next to the water? Well, yeah, to see it, but the mom will not. She should be too ashamed of herself too anyway. Do you know, Sebastian, if it was next to Drake's Creek? Do you remember any names of creeks? And was it Drake's Creek? Did you say yeah? Pamela says, "Love you, Sebastian. Hope they find you soon." Yeah. It's all right. How you doing? Summer, you said Cassie. Cassie who? No, he didn't deserve it, honey. No, he didn't. I don't know if y'all heard that little whisper or not. And YouTube, you know this is something that I do. I repeat what I hear. It was a whisper, and not for children under the age of 18 years of age should be listening in the first place. But I just heard a female say, I would like to put gasoline all over his mom. No, Patricia, right now I'm not feeling worth a flip. Tell you the truth, love. But I can't let that get me down. Who? Yeah, who? Face who? So you can face who? Oh. Well, I'm JD. I'm the one asking some questions here. Hey, Summer. Was the which Sebastian? Which Proudfoot took more place into this on you? Who did the most of this to you? Was it the crematorium that was owned by some of the family? Can you tell me which one that put you in and turned it on? Who? His family. Who turned it on? Evil, yeah. Paul. Okay. Yes, I believe they are too, though. Yeah. Need you rest. That's good stuff. They were jerks. Yeah. Yeah, they were. Summer. Don't say that. I don't know, guys. I tell you, right off the top of the three main places, once some can do some uh, um, um, cash out to me. We are going to go back to the place for Sebastian Rogers. We're going to go back to the watering hole for Summer. I'm going to film up as close as I possibly can to the house. There's 3 or 4 other places we're going to hit up there. And matter of fact, Alice is going to take us to a couple of places up there in Tennessee. So we're going to try to get to a lot of missing teens and children's areas and see what we can find. We need like some, well, to put it plainer, our first route out on our journey of going, boots on, is up in Tennessee, up in that area. So any missing teens or children or adults that are in that area, and I will tell them to you, between the other side of Huntsville, Alabama, and Nashville, and Clarksville, up in Dover, up in what's that other? All the way up in Cedarville, Tennessee. That's going to be our first routes. So again, if anybody would like to donate to us, feel free, but just hit me up for my cash app. I love each and every one of you. I'm going to have to go and just get me some rest and try to get me some hot tea. But now, like I said, all this is coming down, and your pictures, each one that donates, I'm going to put a picture up here. And each one that donates, every time you donate, we're going to put a star beside whoever gets the most at the end of the month will get a full outfit from me. That is a boggy, t-shirt, hoodie, joggers, and socks. So, yes. Good night, everybody. I love each and every one of you. And thank you for being here. And thank you for your kind words.